for the country to showcase its potentials among Committee of Nations. Now, here comes the body, accompanied by her husband from India, where she has been receiving treatment. Total liberalization of the communication sector will bounce back in view of the sentimental attachment to it by Nigerians. The need for the players of the industry to still put their acts together to consolidate on the previous efforts has therefore become imperative. That popular saying that necessity is the mother of invention is beginning to have effect on Nigeria for good. Reporting from Dubai. Hello, I am Ruben Okala. I have not retired. I am refiring at KAFTAN TV. And as you see on KAFTAN TV, get back to work.
This is KAFTAN TV Newsroom, the headlines.
The fault is not coming from my neck.
The world of sports, talking about sport G's on KAFTAN TV.
We made the law. Why not ensure its enforcement?
Hello, good to have you on the program today, and of course it's the polity on KAFTAN television. As always, I always say that whenever it's the polity, we discuss the polity, and so that's what will happen again this afternoon. Thank you for being there for us, and I must say to bear with us as we're just coming on, and we'll make sure that we'll perfect everything concerning what we've got with you. Okay, Tukwanubogu here, and I am not going to be talking alone. I've got a colleague of mine that is also a political analyst who will talk to, let's share ideas and exchange notes and see where that will lead us to. I'm talking about Chukwunalo. Okay. Chukwunalo, it's a pleasure having you on the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right,
yeah.
Sir. What we'll be talking about, there are two things really to be mentioned on the program this day as we talk, and I want to mention straight. Please, if you can see the topic immediately, that would be good. We have the first one that is talking about the main thing is super highway, and we said super expenses. And so looking at that super highway, super expenses, what we discussed in that one is talking about the fact that the president has sought to get a loan of $516.33 million, and he has sent the request to the National Assembly, to the Senate related to the National Assembly, for the construction of Sokoto-Badagry Super Highway. And that's the major talk for this day. And of course, after that, we'll look at the APC. We hear they have shifted their presidential and governorship primaries just by 1 week. And there are things happening about the governors themselves and some lawmakers, which is also part of what's happening in the APC. I want to discuss it and see how it goes on the program today. And so please do be part of it. We'll find out some of the senators, some of the lawmakers, whether local or that is state or federal. Some of them may not be getting the super ticket they had planned, and automatic ticket they had planned.
Ticket, yeah.
Yes, because the president is kind of letting it be in the hand of the governors now, and there is a lot to talk about on that. So, well, these are the major things we discuss on the program. But let's let you know immediately that the president sought approval of the Senate to access a $516.33 million loan facility to fund the Sokoto-Badagry Super Highway project. The syndicated financing facility is being sought from Dutch Bank, according to a letter from the president requesting President Tinubu requesting that this be granted. That's talking about it was sent to the National Assembly, to the Senate. So let's look at a bit of it. He said the proposed financing arrangement comprises a syndicated loan to be secured through Dutch Bank AG, supported by a partial risk guarantee from the Islamic Corporation for the Insurance of Investment and Export Credit, ICIEC, the insurance arm of the Islamic Development Bank. The federal government will provide counterpart funding in the sum of 265,542 689,569 naira. That is talking about billion, then million, and 1,000 and the rest. Covering land acquisition, compensation, and ancillary infrastructure. The loan has a tenure of 9 years, including a grace period of up to 3 years, with an interest rate not exceeding the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, CME SOFR plus 5.3% per annum. The Federal Executive Council has approved the financing arrangement and its terms. The President gave the scope of the project and the expected benefits of the nation to the nation. The project is designed to open up Nigeria's northwest/southwest economic corridor through the construction of an approximately 1,000-kilometer high-capacity carriageway linking Sokoto, Kebbi, Niger, Kwara, Oyo, Ogun, and Lagos states, stretching from Ilela to Badagry. The President explained. The project is expected to enhance north-south connectivity and road safety, improve network performance along the corridor, reduce logistic costs and travel time, as well as facilitate trade and strengthen food security, promote national integration by linking production zones to markets and ports, provide long-term intermodal flexibility through provision for future rail integration and utility corridors. The request, which was read by the President of the Senate, Godswill Akpabio, was referred to the Senate Committee on Local and Foreign Debts. The committee, which is chaired by Senator Aliyu Magatagarda Wamako, was given 1 week to report back to the Senate. Before the referral was done, Senator Adamu Aliero spoke on the project, praising Tinubu, that's the President, for his initiative. He said the road, when completed, will reduce the travel time between Sokoto and Lagos to about 6 hours from 13 hours. Akpabio, while rounding off the debate, that's the Senate President, noted that borrowing was not a problem so long as it was spent productively. And if I may quote him, he said, "It is better to borrow for projects." That's what he stated. But then we will not forget also that the former Vice President, Atiku Abubakar, has expressed concern over the request by President Tinubu, and he has stated that in a statement that was brought out to the public by his Special Assistant on Public Communication, Frank Shoaib. Atiku said they resort to yet another foreign loan without transparent terms, clear-cut cost-benefit analysis, and a credible repayment framework raised questions about prudence and accountability, particularly at a time when Nigeria is already groaning under the weight of unsustainable debt. He noted that infrastructure development, particularly one that seeks to connect the northwest to the southwest, is both necessary and desirable, as no region of Nigeria should be left behind in the march towards national integration and economic expansion. However, he said, noble intentions cannot excuse reckless fiscal choices. He emphasized that this is not a regional issue, nor should it be framed as one. The people of northern Nigeria, like their counterparts across the country, deserve development that is sustainable, transparent, and not mortgaged against their future. What Nigerians, according to him, expect is not just ambitious projects, but responsible financing. Development must not become a euphemism for deepening debt traps that generations yet unborn will be forced to repay. He said that while strategic infrastructure can unlock economic corridors, it must be pursued within the bounds of fiscal discipline, prioritization, and openness, as borrowing must never replace creativity in governance or efficiency in resource management. And concluding, I would say, he called on the National Assembly to subject the loan request to the highest level of scrutiny, ensuring that the terms are in the best interest of the Nigerian people and that the project delivers measurable economic value. Well, you have heard that, and that is the way it has been mentioned, talking about what the President said and how the Senate President accepted it. And then, Maga Watada also agreed with it. And now, seeing that the fact that it has come this way, the former Vice President has also spoken. What would you make out of all of this?
Well, like we know, this current National Assembly, they are not actually performing the oversight function that Nigeria is expecting of them. Yes. Yes, because if you look from the 2023 up to date, we've not really seen anything that is brought to them for consideration, for rigorous debate that is expected of them, for them to even say, oh, okay, Mr. President, let us reject this place. Can you reframe this? Can you reframe this? And we've not really actually seen that, like what we saw during the tenure of Bukola Saraki,
yes,
and we're during the tenure of Chuba Okadibo. We are not seeing all that in this current the National Assembly or the Senate that we are having. Having said that, $560 million is a huge amount of money, and yes, I know many newspapers reported that is for Badagry to Sokoto, but they are not emphasizing on that fact that it's only a section of Maiduguri to Badagry. I mean, from Sokoto to Badagry Road. It's not really like that amount of money is going to cover that from beginning point A to
the end of it.
To the end of it. I think it's only section A1 of that road.
That will got that amount of money.
Yes, that is getting that amount of money. So one will wonder, where did they get the bill of quantity to arrive at that money and all those things? Yes, and if you look at that again, federal government still have a catapult funding of about 200 and something billion
yes,
to pay for compensation and land acquisition. So it's not all that maybe the project is actually ready, that they've gotten the land, and just once they get the money, they start implementation and all that. You know, just about 2 months ago, the president also went to the UK. Is it 2 months or a month now?
No, less than 2 months.
Less than 2 months.
Less than a month.
Yeah. So the president went to the UK to secure about over $700 million, if dollar or pounds, or thereabout.
Pounds, yes.
Pounds. You know, for building, renovating Tinker Island and Apapa Port.
And I remember that when you talked about this earlier, at that point in time it happened, I think I was with you on a
Yes,
program.
we were together too.
And we discussed that. We were saying the majority of the work that will be done by the British.
British, yes.
Not even Nigeria.
Yeah. So now,
that almost the money is
they have majority of those items that will be purchased, they also from the British. So the money is not going to, and we will also repay the money. So the money is not actually going to circulate in our own economy.
Yes.
And this particular one now, Maiduguri, why am I saying Maiduguri?
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Sokoto-Badagry.
Sokoto to Badagry.
Yes.
It's being financed from Deutsche Bank, that is Deutsche Bank, that is in Germany. And I'm sure it's going to also yes, they are not telling, like what article criticizing the process, that there is no transparency for us to know the framework, the terms used in getting these loans. Yes. I think Mr. President can do better.
Yes.
But yes, I know, we all know as Nigerians that Sokoto to Maiduguri Road is very, very important. Nobody can deny that fact. It's important in the sense that when that road is done and completed, you can actually, if you're going to Lagos, if the road is good and smooth, maybe you are coming from Maiduguri, probably you can just move straight.
You're coming from Sokoto?
Yes, then from there you move down to instead of going through bad road. You know, it's also happening in the east now. Most people, Easterners, they are no more following data because of bad road. They are following, if you are going to Onitsha, most people are following Ajaokota, Enugu, down Port Harcourt and all those things before they get to Onitsha. Why? Because the road between Lokoja to Asaba is bad, and is affecting their vehicle. You understand? And so they prefer to take the longer route instead of going through navigating through the bad road. Yes, we understand that doing that road is okay, is key. But for some of us, the amount, $516 million, is huge. Already we don't have the bill of quantity. If you convert that money to Naira, you'll be hearing billions, if not trillions.
Trillions, definitely.
It's in trillions, because by the time you add 33 to that, it will be in trillions. So, and you'll be wondering what is going on. The president should be transparent. And Akpabio, who happens to be a man of project when he was governor, performing, he did a lot of projects in his state when he was governor. I think they call it the uncommon governor. That's what earned him that name. Yes, that was which a feat that I usually have a soft spot for where he is when it comes to development. So I think he should be able to, no, let's scrutinize before approving this, bring the bill of quantities. I think that should define, the bill of quantities should define the actual amount that is needed for that project.
But the problem with all this now is that Akpabio himself seems not to be thinking of anything else other than to say yes to whatever the president has said since he became the Senate president. Yes,
because more or less, let me be careful with what I'm going to say here now. Yes, because all what I'm saying is sycophancy. That is all I'm saying. Maybe
sycophancy in any shape or form should not be allowed, should not be permitted, should not be practiced. As far as the country is concerned, because the overall interest of people is the more important thing than any other.
Yeah, but they are even looking beyond 2027 election. You understand? So he needs to dance to the Mr. President's tune, so that probably he will be retained as Senate President come 2027 or 2027. And years following. And why I say that they are even looking beyond 2027 election, when it is 2031, the leadership is going to change, the movement is going to shift. Like APC, they might one day not turn out to be their flag bearer. So who is going to clinch the vice presidency?
So he could be even eyeing that.
Yes, towards that and all that. So that's why I'm telling you that I'm saying here that they are even looking beyond 2027. So they need to dance to Mr. Blanc. And we also have experts, people in the National Assembly or in the Senate that can actually question them. But unfortunately, we are not hearing anything from them. So more or less, like the National Assembly, they've disappointed Nigerians in most of the things that they are doing, right from changing of the national anthem to whatever that they've done so far. We've not really seen what the National Assembly. Yes, there must not be rift between the executive and the legislatures before we know that they are working. But at least there should be oversight. Let them see. Let's this, we approve this based on this. We are not going to approve this because what? I bet you by the time by next week now, you will just hear that the Senate has approved the law. Where is the feasibility studies of this project? None. Where is the bill of quantity? None. Where is the environmental impact assessment? None. Nobody. They are not telling us anything. And they will just approve this money, $516 million. It's quite unfortunate. It's quite unfortunate.
Well, he referred it to, he made the reference to the committee that is in charge, that's a committee on local and foreign debts. He made reference to that committee, and so that the committee will now look at it, the senator, the chairman.
What those ones will do is they will just write a one-page letter or two-page letter.
That's what I'm saying. He's given them just 1 week.
1 week, yeah. So
1 week, is this enough to look at this kind of, this enormous matter?
So at the end of 1 week, they will write a two-page
it's okay, let it go.
Then they will say recommendation, approve. And they will say if you are and that ends it. That ends it. And there is no where they will show us who and who voted for it, because it's voice note, it's voice vote. So I wonder where we imported that idea of voice vote into our system. In other countries, we see, you will be hearing, if you are reading, you'll be reading where they will say so person voted for this, so person voted against this. But since the APC came, before it used to be in our system here, but in this Fourth Republic, but since when APC, we are not hearing. I think it's only Bukola Saraki that actually tried that, but from former Senate President Lawas, that is the 9th Assembly and this 10th Assembly, we are not seeing any proper scrutiny the way it's supposed to be.
And of course, some of the debts, just as His Excellency Atiku Abubakar had said, would be not what could be paid by only this generation, but even the generations, even generations yet unborn.
Generations to generations, generations yet unborn.
Yes.
They are going to pay for this loan.
So there should be serious check, because no need for all this kind of, use the word rascality in handling the finances, because in actual fact, if it's approved right now, yes, that ends it. And so whatever happens, it was approved.
Yes,
so nothing.
It has legal backing.
Yes. So that's why there is serious need to consider the things that Atiku said, talking about the fact that while strategic infrastructure can unlock economic corridors, it must be pursued within the bounds of fiscal discipline, prioritization, and openness, as borrowing must never replace creativity in governance or efficiency in resource management. How efficient has this government been in managing resources? Because we've been hearing, remember, one is still on and it's not done, and there was so much money that was got for that one. Talking about the
coastal road.
Yes.
The coastal from Lagos to,
yes.
And that is
to Calabar.
Yes, that's another question I'm trying to raise again. Yeah, Lagos to Calabar, now Lagos to Badagry. Why always Lagos?
Sorry.
I mean, Lagos to Sokoto.
Lagos to Sokoto.
So now, why always Lagos?
Is that the only place where you can find space?
So now, since you are doing Lagos, the coastal road, Lagos to Calabar, so why can't you not do this? Okay, let us not take from Calabar to Maiduguri,
or even to
Benue.
Yes,
to Benue State.
The other one, Kogi. That's
yes,
the conflicts, the
confluence state. No,
at that point, let's say it can go through that one.
No, that means it's going to terminate around Benue Axis.
Yes.
Benue Axis. So from there, taking it to Benue, or let's say Kogi State, then from there, then
you make another plan, alternative plan with fresh arrangement for finances, so as not to let there be so much debt that will be incurred because while these things are going on.
So more or less like, it's just opening up Lagos for Nigeria.
Everybody, you are free to come into.
You are free to come and do your business.
And of course, the freer you are to do business, the freer they are to accept you to do business, the more the economy grows.
Yes, they make more money. So it's more or less like it's opening up Lagos. I once argue with this or I once state to people that I'm not saying Lagos Calabar Road getting to Calabar until they prove me wrong. I'm only saying it to end in Ondo, the boundary of between Delta and Ondo State. When it gets there, that will be the end of that project, because only in Delta State they have about 35 super bridge that needs to be built before even crossing to rivers.
Oh my God! Only in Delta.
Only in Delta. Because in Delta is swampy. That you are from there, that is where the rivers, divided, and it becomes creeks.
Just as it's called Delta.
That's
why it is.
Yes.
Just as you said, in creeks and bits like that.
And
so you have a lot to do within those spaces. It's not where you have the water flowing all through, like it will have from that Lagos to that Ondo. Really.
Yes. So I'm only seeing it in that way, that by the time it gets to Ondo, it will end. That is why you see It's my opinion.
Yes.
And this is what I'm thinking.
Yes.
That is why you see Dangote quickly went to Ondo State that I want to build deep sea port.
You see?
In Ondo State. Because he's sure that that road will be done up to Ondo State.
And it's most likely, just as you said from your angle, it's most likely, and that's not just your angle, but a constructive angle, effectively. It's most likely that when it gets to that point, there won't be enough money to continue. And
yes, that is what we are going to be hearing.
That's why also I keep getting bothered about even this one they're talking about now.
Yeah,
why not do the other one from Calabar to Kogi?
To Kogi. Now,
let's know that we have this super highway within. You must still only school out there before you now bring it to the other place that is also out there.
Now, when we leave that, I've tried to find out which section, because I read that section A1A and section 1-2. So we actually know which section are they going to. Is it coming from Sokoto?
Or is it coming from?
Is it from Lagos?
And it's most likely going to be coming from Lagos again.
So probably by the time it gets to Kwara.
If it will ever get to, if it will ever.
So, no, probably we get to Jeba Aziz or Kwara. Okay. Then once you cross the River Niger, then the project stops.
Stops again.
Again and all that. So that is why I support article him saying, you know, also by his idea by saying that we should be transparent in all this. Unfortunately, nobody is asking questions. This person that was supposed to also scrutinize is Adamu Alero, because this road will also pass through his state, KB State.
And he just hailed the president.
Hailed the president and without saying anything. So
how, without asking, if you start this job, where are you going to start it from? Is it from Lagos or from Sokoto, number one? How long, if you start from Lagos, how long would it take to get to my state?
Yes.
He didn't even consider all this. He just hailed it. Oh, because they mentioned the name of it, it's okay.
And everybody will just fall in for it because it's going to pass through my state. Hey, we are going to get that. But I bet you that this road might take 20 years and it will not be completed.
Beyond even. Remember this thing that this president, the former president, did about doing a highway, railway line from here across to this other country. What's it called now?
Niger.
To Niger Republic.
To Niger, yes.
Has that job been concluded?
No, since Amechi left, I don't think the only thing that I'm sure that is being is the AKK project, that gas project, gas pipeline project.
Yeah, that is still going on.
But when it comes to that railway something, so what they just did now is to just have the drawings and where it's going to pass. Maybe later on, another person of his kind comes, we now come and continue with that kind of project and all those things. So our leaders are becoming selfish. It's just about them. And that is why you now see...
And not just only about them, sorry, but about the fact that you can get all that you need, I mean, talking about funding, within these first few years of starting the project, and then you relax. Afterwards, others can continue.
Yes, from there, you say you've done what you can do. Let others continue. Then you now be hearing project abandonment or whatever or thereabout. So it's very, but if we can actually plan, it's a good thing when you plan for highways. Super highway sound fantastic, but can it be done in 4 years? It's something that can be done in 4 years.
Yes.
From Sokoto to Badagry, it's something that can be done simultaneously from Kaduna, from Calabar to Borno.
Yes.
Is all of them 1,000 kilometers on this side, 1,000 kilometers on this side?
To Sokoto, right?
To Sokoto, from Calabar to Borno. There's supposed to be another super highway from there. Then from Sokoto to Badagry, there's supposed to be another super wide highway there. Then from Sokoto to Maiduguri, there's supposed to be. So by that, it's like we are not having a circular road, you know, where you can actually move from anywhere. If you are going, you know, okay, I'm going to this place, this is my point, and it will be easier for us and others. But unfortunately, nobody is thinking about other. And these are things that we can actually make the money from Nigeria without actually going to borrow.
Anywhere to borrow the money from.
The Germany they went to borrow the money from.
Yes.
Are they as big as Nigeria?
That's the problem.
I was studying about Holland, Netherlands. Netherlands is making their money from port, then secondly, from agriculture. And we have better land, better suited land than Holland or Netherlands now.
Netherlands, yes.
And they make huge amount of money from 2 sectors. And Netherlands today is a country that they have almost like 0% crime rate.
They drive their vehicles and they maintain whatever they have.
They maintain everything. They are closing down prison.
From there is still being exported everywhere. And they are still very, very considerate in whatever they are doing.
They are doing. Now, Germany, yes, I understand that Germany is the powerhouse of the economy, industrial house of the European countries. Yes, I understand. I give it to them and all that because the money they make from Mercedes and BMWs and their manufacturing sectors and all that. I understand all that. But how big is Germany that we are now taking from the Deutsche Bank?
You see, our people need to go back again to think of the things that were before now. Remember that under Shehu Shagari, there was Volkswagen Nigeria.
Yes,
it was here.
As the assembly plant.
Yes, and there was Peugeot.
Peugeot in Kaduna.
In Kaduna.
Yes.
And at a stage, we got to have the Anamco in Anambra, then Enugu.
No, Anambra.
Yes, Enugu, yes, Enugu, because Enugu was the capital of the old Anambra.
Anambra then, yes.
And they were doing Mercedes and things like
Yes.
that, you know, coupling and all that. But then it created a good atmosphere that at least we are not just going out to import these vehicles. We get them, the parts, and put them together here, and our people are doing some work in these things, and we are using them here. So there is some kind of saving of foreign exchange.
Of course.
And there is also
they
a creation of
jobs.
employment, job opportunities for the people.
Because I know this guy that used to work on my car then, the guy actually learned his mechanic from PAN.
Okay, PAN.
From
Peugeot
Automobile in Kaduna. So that there is no Peugeot series or the whatever type of Peugeot that you are bringing in that he cannot handle. So, and that was where he learned his own, and I'm sure the same thing happens to Volkswagen.
Yeah, of course.
And mind you, I grew up seeing my dad because my daddy worked with a company that produces glasses. You know, then
yes.
That seeing him making sure that because Peugeot demands glasses from them. Volkswagen demand from them, and Mercedes demand. So his duty then to make sure that these glasses are delivered.
Sent to the companies.
To the companies. And so I grew up, sometimes he would travel 2 weeks, 3 weeks, making sure that these things were done. But, and mind you, there was also Exide battery.
Yes.
Because since these companies are there. Now, so the battery companies, they are going to employ people.
Yes.
They will employ cleaner. They will employ the drivers. They will employ people, factory workers. They will employ even the educated, the white collar job and all that, and blue collar job. The same thing with those people doing glasses. The same thing with tire. Remember?
Michelin had to come into Nigeria.
Michelin. The same thing goes to the. I know a particular company.
And there was Dunlop tires.
Dunlop tires. Yes. Yes. I know. Then those people also producing, I know a company that produces brake pad.
Yes.
So you can see, and these are companies that are also employing people.
In actual fact, that was how this company, what's it called now, the Innocent started. Innocent started with producing all those kind of things like brake pads and these pistons and all that, and they were putting there, and they felt he could also start doing.
So the problem we are having is that Nigerian is not looking inward.
Yes.
In order to generate funds to also meet other their infrastructural needs. It will shock you now that Nigeria has imported about 61-point-something million barrels of crude oil from US. Meaning that now in Nigeria, we are selling out our crude oil to another country and also importing it. No, we are not refining it.
Refining.
Dangote is importing Dangote refinery is importing crude oil from
right
US.
now from US.
Because Nigeria is not selling to him.
That was also part of what the previous administration did, because they sold crude oil
For the next 5 years, in exchange of money, borrowing money.
Yes, and for the next 5 years. So now we're suffering for that.
Now, Dangote has now started exploration. But unfortunately, his capacity in exploration maybe is going to be like, right now he's doing 4,500 barrels per day, which cannot meet up.
Almost
maybe at the end, by the time he's going to have full production capacity from maybe 150 barrels per day, which still cannot meet
up with what he demands.
But if Nigerian government can, what I'm even expecting right now, that Nigerian government should have just called Dangote, we are going to subsidize your fuel.
Yes.
Let fuel, just full everywhere, and let us subsidize it with this Strait of Hormuz blockage and all that. Let Nigeria get reduced price at 700 naira per liter or 1,000 naira per liter. And at least because even Canada, they did that for their citizens, just to bring succor. And they say within 3 months, let's see if this problem will be solved. That was what I was expecting Nigerian government to do, so that we also save. But unfortunately, when you hear another thing that they are borrowing money, is it not disheartening that they said they save money from fresh subsidy? They said a lot of money. Where are this money?
That was saved.
That was saved.
Well, we've also been told severally, the president has said severally that you should go and ask governors because he's given them so much money. No,
I don't need to ask the governors because out of fact, FAAC, the federal government takes about 52% of this money. Then the remaining 38 that is shared between the states and local government. So federal government is taking
getting the lion's
share of that FAAC.
In spite of the fact that they have reduced their own content,
so
it is still high.
So I don't need to ask the state governor. That is a blackmail as far as I'm concerned. That is a blackmail. You cannot compare the money that the federal government is taking from the FAC allocation, compare it with what states are taking. And besides, there are exclusive works that it's only the federal government that has to do certain things in the economy.
Yes, because of that exclusive right that has been given to the federal government.
Yes, that is why they are also taking the lion's share of the FAC allocation.
Okay, go ahead.
So I don't need to ask the local government chairman. Yes, there should be transparency. I agree. But when I'm asking the federal government, what have you done with the one that you've gotten?
You need to also get the answer.
We should also need to get it. So when you are giving us answer, this is what I have done. I cannot go to my state governor. Okay, what have you done with what you've gotten? And when you provide the answer, then like recently I was in Warri. I don't need to. I'm not promoting him. I'm not this thing, but with what I saw in Warri, I said okay. The man with what he's having, at least he's doing something.
Done well, yes.
You can't compare Asaba as it is today. Compare it with what it was 15 years ago.
No.
Yeah, so
there's a whole lot of difference.
A lot of differences. Do you want me to, except you want me now to begin to campaign for my own community that nothing has been done.
Which may not just come that easily.
Yes. So because my own community, nothing has been done as far as we, the people of Ndokwa side are concerned. Nothing has been done. But when you look at other side of Delta State, everywhere is being touched.
And that also helps you to begin to think about what your local government chairman has also done.
Yes, local government, yes, less has been done. Out of my own in my own area now, I think I can only give pass mark to 1 out of the 3.
Okay.
Yes, because we can visibly see what one is doing. You understand now? So you can, but the other 2, we need to ask questions. But majorly, 52% of my questions should go to the federal government.
Federal government, first of all, before anything else.
Where is this money that you are borrowing, and the one you saved from subsidy allocation?
I want to bring something else.
Okay.
The president said sometime last year, towards the end of the year, that the money we have is more than enough for us to do the projects we want to do in our country, that there will be no need for any borrowing outside the country anymore. But since after then, we've been seeing a lot of borrowing. But what was he thinking?
No,
when he made that
I
statement?
think the SAC Minister of Finance countered him on that when he went to House of Rep to answer a question to defend the midterm something review around October last year, and say that according to the budget, the revenue expectation was about 40.7 trillion then, or that what they generated was just some figures above 10 trillion. So meaning that Nigerian is still having that shortfall of about 30 trillion. I think that is where some sycophants, started creating problem between him and Mr. President and all that. Because that is how government work, though, and so meaning that we are not actually meeting our revenue projection.
Yes.
But probably he just said that to make the people feel happy.
Yes.
At that point in time. So as far as I'm concerned, it's a political talk, not the reality, reality of what is happening and all this.
There is something else that I know that happened years back when IBB was still the president of Nigeria. There was one particular road in Anambra State that had a link to another one in Kogi State. And Babangida came to that road. Anambra State government had done its own construction up to the point where there is a bridge, after which, and they had constructed their own portion of the bridge, after which Kogi State was expected to do the other portion so that it will now link up with that of Anambra. At least then I remembered, because I was then in the Anambra Broadcasting Service, so I remember that it happened that it was said that if that road is done, within 30 minutes, you will be in Kogi State from Anambra State.
Let me tell you, sir, our governors from, I don't know what to say now so that it won't look as if someone is. Do you know that from Warri to Abuja is shorter than from Lagos to Abuja?
Really?
Yes. From Warri Port to Abuja is shorter than from, in less than 6 hours. In less than 6 hours, you will get from Warri, in less than 6 hours from Warri, if you follow the train line from Warri, Ujewu to Abuja, you will get it if a super highway is done. So if I happen to be like governor of Delta State, I will meet Edo State governor.
Let's do this together.
I will meet Kogi State governor. Kogi, you have the stone base.
Yes.
You have stone, you have cement. Edo, you have laterite. Delta, I have this sand from the sea. I will provide that, and I will provide 80% of this money. Compensate your people. Let us build. Imagine the economic activities that is going to happen on that corridor.
On that corridor, if it had been done.
The same thing from Anambra to Kogi State.
Yes.
Ibaji, cross. You are gone. You will be in Lokoja in shorter period. The same thing goes from link it from Anambra, apart from that or Asaba head bridge.
Yes.
You can also link from Anambra, Aziz, Imo, Aziz to that on that edge like that to Delta to Rivers.
Yes, Delta
crossing
to Rivers.
it.
Yes.
The distance between Idoni and Abo is not far, but now Indoni is in Rivers, and Abo in Delta State, and
Ndoni,
they are brothers. And you cross it, just cross. But there is no bridge to cross that river Niger, except you are going to use it. So if you are from Abo, you have to come down Kwale, go down round to Anambra,
and then start the journey.
The journey again. Whereas something that would have just taken you 30 minutes. You are there.
Yes. I remember some years back, where we were going to Port Harcourt, and someone was showing me the route through which we could, from off Onitsha-Owerri Road.
Yes. Off Onitsha-Owerri Road, yes.
The route through which you could go and get to Rivers State within 25 minutes.
Yes.
But we took the journey
You
all
have to
the
take
way.
it to Omakwa,
Yes,
that airport side.
Yes, and then from that going. And at the end of the day, we spent about 3 hours to get to Port Harcourt.
Yes, correct.
You see, I wonder why people who know that these things are the links that we can take and get to have what we need will refuse to do it.
Now, because they are not understanding the economic activities. If you go to Agbo today, Agbo is no more the Agbo you used to know in those days, because vehicles are no more passing there because of bad road.
You mean it?
Agbo is dry. If you get to Agbo Junction, Agbo is no more economic activity. All those people that you call you, they will be selling bread 24 hours. No more selling of bread.
And those big lorries that will park all around there, and the people selling
there is
food.
no more, nothing like that again, because between Uromi to Agbo is dry. Bad road. You understand now?
And you see, as you mentioned, I remember, just as you mentioned, you said that this thing they are doing now, it may end at Ondo State.
Yes.
That was the kind of thing that happened. You see, when they were doing this, I said it. When they were doing that express road from Lagos, they said they would do it from Lagos and get to Anambra. I laughed because then it was this man that is late now, that was the Minister for Transport then, the retired policeman, yes.
Okay, Tony Aneni.
Tony Aneni. Yeah, and he did it. It was a perfect work, well done work, up to Benin.
And he gets to Benin, and that is the end.
It starts slowing down. Then again, to move from Benin to get to Asaba became a problem. He tried and did little and little, and the road kept getting lesser in quality as it was going further. After Benin, it kept getting lesser in quality. That is why today, that Agbo one you're talking about cannot work any longer, because the quality of that road, that work was so bad. The worst was the one from Asaba to Niger Bridge.
Niger Bridge.
Oh my God.
No, but right now, the current minister, from Asaba Head Bridge going down, I think he has done, I saw it about 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
And so it's concrete. They've done it from Head Bridge going towards Benin, Aziz, and all that. I think they are repairing that.
It's quite a pity that people will be in government and want to do things to just affect their own place alone. Just as you're saying, this thing that the president is saying, Lagos this, Lagos this, Lagos this. At the end of the day, it may end within the western states.
If we can consider the economic benefit and we are not looking at the ethnic angle of the whole thing, because do you know that from Ghana to bring tomatoes from Ghana to Lagos is shorter? 6 hours. Ghana tomato will get to Lagos. But from Sokoto to Lagos, we take about 13 hours.
Yes, if not more. Much more than that.
If not more.
No,
so
it can't be 13 hours. Are you dreaming?
No, before it's 13 hours, but right now you like 24 hours or
much
2 days,
more even.
2 days, 48 hours to get to Lagos. If we are looking at the economic, and Lagos is the hub when it comes to economy, because we are looking at about 25 million population. Anything you bring down, tomatoes, beans, immediately you drop it, it goes up
because people that need it are available.
Why can't we now just do something that, if you are coming from do you know that in Abuja here, as at 2000, 2001, 2003, before Boko Haram, they used to tell you that if you want to buy fish, they'll be telling you that this is Bonu fish, that those fishes from Lake Chad.
Yes.
But today, are you having that now?
No.
Because of the insecurity, nobody is even going there.
And even the lake is drying up because of the fact that there has not been an effective way of maintaining it.
There is no dredging, the discharge rate, and
it keeps growing. Yet, that if it had gone on, that would have been something that would have become of great economic benefit to the people around that place.
Yes. Also help the agricultural activities there. Now, because of our leaders are not thinking in this form, that is why we are going out offshore borrowing. Now look at almost everything we are doing in this country is offshore. Rebranding, offshore. Lobbyist, offshore. Advert, offshore. President want to talk to us, offshore. Want to borrow money, offshore. Everything, hospital, offshore. Everything, offshore. Education, offshore. So if we are not careful, it will get to a time, even to marry, we'll be offshore. If they are not taking care, if they are for us to look in, if Dangote could go to offshore to buy crude oil, when we have crude here, just less than 500 kilometers to him.
Yes.
He can get.
It's quite a big pity and shame. Well, for right now, we'll just take a break. By the time we return, dear viewer, we'll want you to be part of what we're doing. So we will place the phone number, and please do call. Let's share the moments with you. We'll just take a brief break and return to open the phone line for us to chat with you.
Welcome to Abba in Abuja. The main agenda here is the promotion of made in Nigeria products. Could this trigger the much needed change in the telecom industry for better service delivery? Welcome to Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. A golden opportunity for the country to showcase its potentials among community of nations. Now, here comes the body, accompanied by her husband from India, where she has been receiving treatment. Total liberalization of the communication sector will bounce back in view of the sentimental attachment to it by Nigerians. The need for the players of the industry to still put their acts together to consolidate on the previous efforts has therefore become imperative. That popular saying that necessity is the mother of invention is beginning to have effect on Nigeria for good. Reporting from Dubai. Hello, I am Ruben Okala. I have not retired. I am refiring at KAFTAN TV. And as you see on KAFTAN TV, get back to work.
Thank you so much. We're back here and we're still on. And I did say that when we return, we'll open up the phone line for you to be part of what we're doing. And so I expect that the number will be seen right away so that you can make your call. Please do call. Let's share the moments with you. There it is. I believe you're seeing it. And so you can call. Please do call. Don't wait for me to call the number because it may not be easy for me. But I know that you've seen it. I think it's 0802 993 8388. 86 or so, or 85. Which one it is? Please, do just call and be part of it. That would be good. It would have been good for me to really mention it out very well, but some other time I'll do that. But please, you're part of what we're doing, and we want to grow together and to make, I know you are enjoying what we're sharing. So let's share and get to know your side of the story and how you feel about it. We've been talking about the fact that there is a kind of borrowing plan for another superhighway in Nigeria. And the first one that we've heard about and they're talking about has not gone even halfway. And we're talking about another one. Am I even saying halfway? It hasn't even got
Yeah,
one
it
third.
hasn't
It hasn't got to a third of it.
It's still within Lagos.
Yes. So I wonder, we need to think of solidifying what we're doing with one. Let it be concluded and let's see it is done. Everybody will begin to enjoy it and say, okay, a second one could be good. You know, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Not just bringing all of this and people are still suffering. How to eat is a problem in Nigeria today. People are still suffering. To get fuel is a problem in Nigeria today. And not minding the fact that we are among the OPEC countries producing or whatever. We still suffer a whole lot to get fuel. It's a problem now. What can the government do to make things better? We are not thinking about this. It's just, and I say, it's not wrong to have superhighways, but then who are the ones that will pass through the superhighways? Are they not people that are alive?
Yeah, the living Nigerians.
That's the point. Do we have to wait for everyone to die before you now start asking them to go? Are you going to bring people from outside the country to come and start making use of the superhighways? Let's have food. I'm not saying that there is no food, but the fact is that it is scarce. The financial side of the story is not funny at all. Everybody who is watching this program today can tell you that what I'm saying is correct. The finances of our people are in jeopardy, if you let me use that word. It's only one set of people that you can say are those who are making good money today and everybody's looking at them and expecting a lot from them. Those who are in politics, who are going for one position or the other, and they are spending money, and others are watching. That's why political problems will never end in this country, because as they are spending this money doing things, others are watching, and others will want to say, okay, since this is the only way, or since this is one major way, let's all go there. And those who can't get it from there are the ones who are now thinking from the other areas that they can't go on to do other things. Look at these things they are talking about, getting to have waterways, water, and if someone lives within an area where he can get a lot from the water, he still will prefer to go and do kidnapping. Does it make sense? And ask one man that is doing kidnapping. He said it's because of hunger. And there is so much money in this one that they should do it so as to get money to take care of themselves. Reorientation is what this nation needs at a time like this. Let's help our people understand, first of all, the important things about life and how to live it, and the sanctity of life itself, because it seems that sanctity of life is being forgotten in this country today. And so it's good to have superhighways, but let's get to understand ourselves before going into those ones. How much do we have of electricity supply in this country today? If I were the president, I would let these superhighways be and commit all that money into making sure that electricity is perfectly supplied for everybody.
Then industries will be built from
yes,
there.
And from
then
there,
from the taxes and
all that, you now start getting funds from
to build
these ones.
So it's a matter of priority.
Yes,
how are they prioritizing?
Yes, that was what article said. Priority is important. So we need to think of these things. What can we do? How do we do this? And I want to remind the president that he said earlier that if he does not fix power, that we should not think about him coming for a second term. Has it been fixed? Well, there is a call. Thank you so much. There is a call already from Mohammed. Mohammed from Maiduguri is calling us. And I don't know what I'm doing. Hello?
I tried to call, but nobody picked my call.
Sorry, please. Sorry.
Yes. Are you on air now?
Yes.
Yes. Analyzing really is fine. I really appreciate what you were saying.
Thank you.
Yes, well, my name is Mohammed.
Yes.
Yeah, reference to this pictures that came on the Sokoto-Badagry Highway. Honestly speaking, I doubt if this is actually a Nigerian project, because the way it's yeah.
Yeah, you say you doubt if it's actually a Nigerian project.
Well, so let's hope so. But where is that project going to? Let everybody know. People that are journalists to help out the practice to make their investigative journalism.
Yeah.
So that we should know if this project is actually covering up to Sokoto or is just stopping immediately after Oyo State, and then it will be made to be abandoned project. Because there are so many funny things that is happening in Nigeria today that making people doubt about what is being pronounced and what is being executed. One thing that is causing many Nigerians are that skeptical.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, so this is something, and let us ask this question, because it's our country. We are all praying for our country to become better.
Yes. We are praying for our country to get better. Thank you so much, my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you. Well, it's a good thing that he has asked the question. We need to get the answer. As Mohammed has asked and said, this thing that you're telling us about this road, is it really going to get to where you're saying, or would it stop at the western state? Yes. So, well, the government can hear you, my brother. So they will help us. We are also bringing it up to you that it will get there. That's what they've told us. And we are looking forward to working to see. We'll follow it to the very end. Thank you so much, Mohammed. Well, he said you people should also make sure that you tell them the truth, the way it is happening.
And I also do investigative journalism.
Yes.
Yes, we heard him.
Well, thank you. We'll still go on. We're still talking. And then we want to look at this matter is not concluded now. It can't just be concluded like that. It cannot be concluded that way. And so we'll still have it on. And you, dear viewer, you can call and talk about it, no problem. But we also want to look at something else that we also saw. Okay, someone else is also calling. Yes, hello? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Please, would you help me? Reduce the volume of your TV set, please. Okay. Or you go away from the TV.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir? And where are you calling from?
Is it okay?
Yes, it is.
Is the volume okay?
Yes, it is. It's
okay.
It's okay. Please tell us your name and where you're calling from.
You are best. You are hearing me?
Yes.
Yes, I'm getting I did your guess.
Okay.
But Ajay.
Ajay, bro.
Okay. Okay.
I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
Okay. What's your name?
Both of you are my brothers.
Oh, thank you. But tell us your name, sir.
So, see this government.
Get that. Okay, go ahead.
They come to reach themselves. They're not doing anything. Like that contract of highway or whatever highway they are working. Who is expecting that job? Who is that person? They come to borrow money and enrich themselves. Like what they say from a ball here to Ndoni, supposed to have a bridge. You want to from Ndoni here to for boat. It's about 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They abandon it. They are building a highway coastland or whatever they call themselves.
Yes.
This because I'm a personnel. I'm a military personnel. See, let me tell you, they will see. You see this 2027. It will end for their side. I'm a personnel. Soldiers cannot help them. Police cannot help them. They should wait. We are somebody enough. I packed my motor. My first slacker over 8 months now, I cannot buy fuel. 3 refineries in the country. House of Senate or whatever they call, they cannot, they don't want this. So how can they revive the 3 refineries? They're sharing money around. They are clapping hands. That this is the end though. They should go and prepare. They should go and pray. That church, they always go to Nida and they pray for them. Let them go. Whether that church will help them, it will not help them.
Okay.
So I have no more to say, sir.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, people.
Thank you.
But Benen.
Okay, Bennett.
Bye.
Okay, thank you so much.
I think because of his work, he didn't want to mention.
Yes, mention the name. So that's why I didn't bother to mention again. Yes. Well, we have had it. We are waiting. We are looking. But each time people say things like this about the fact that they are going to vote and make sure that it goes this way or that way, the only pain I have in my heart is who is the umpire? May God help us. That's what
that is another talk for another day.
Yes, may God help us. Well, we have also seen that APC has decided to move by 1 week what they have in their program. That is the state. Please, let's look at the second topic. The state and president, what do you call it again now that they say they are doing? Congresses.
Primaries.
Primaries. So, okay, let's just take a break. We'll return almost immediately.
This is KAFTAN TV Newsroom, the headlines.
The fault is not coming from my name. The world of sports, talking about sport, G's on KAFTAN TV.
We who made the law, why not ensure its enforcement?
$73 billion, you know. The car was actually made from a prototype of a human being.
What do you understand by a woman of substance? Who is the...
Is that, who gave you admission? Where is the admission that you are here?
Thank you so much. We had to take that little break because it was of great importance that we did that. We're here again and we'll continue. We'll soon be concluding for the day. And we have that topic, APC shifts presidential and governorship primaries. Yes, we're shifted just by 1 week. And because some people were saying that it's as if they're beginning to hoard this thing, that they don't want to release it the way it ought to be. So they shifted it just by a week. It will still continue. And then again, within that APC thing, within that thing, there's also this talk about the fact that the president seems to have the automatic ticket. He seems to have handed it over to the governors to decide, or who, that's for those coming into the National Assembly and even state assemblies, who it is they want that to be going there. It wasn't the original plan. This one came on. I wonder how they are finding it. They are not finding it funny. And I don't know.
Actually, the president tactically, I think it was 2024 budget presentation.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that he tactically said that.
He made a mistake. He said the 11th.
You know that the 11th Senate or the 10th Senate in the next administration or whatever.
Yeah, he said the 11th, and when he was corrected, he said, "Oh, then automatically all of you will go into."
It's not that it's a mistake. It was that man is a tactician. So. A way of telling them that you have automatic ticket.
Yes.
And virtually, like those people, like my own current senator has been boasting and been talking that the Mr. President promised him automatic ticket, especially when the current governor moved to his political party, that is the APC, because he first moved to APC before the governor moves, and with the calculation he knew that he's going to be edged out. So all what he has been saying is that his media people has been saying is that automatic ticket. And currently right now the automatic ticket is not sure. And the president have seen the handwriting on the wall that it is the governor that is going to determine this. That is why he said, okay, let the governors settle it. If you go to Ogun State, Ogun State right now is in crisis. The Benga Daniels side. So this problem is actually coming from those governors that are having second. They
are already in their second term.
They are no more contesting again. Some of them want to come back as
senators.
Yes. So and they want to edge whoever that is there. So they are not going back to Mr. President.
How would you say they should have it out?
And this person wants to take me out of this.
Yes.
So you know that there will be friction.
Yes.
And at the end of the day, they are not saying that we are going to have a consensus candidate. You understand? So I think that is where APC is. And after the primaries, we are going to see a lot of anglings. I know in Ondo State, Ondo State too has been having issue. They're right from that. They've been breaking their heads, their blood, and even before primaries. And the current minister of Interiors, I think from that state, is also having problem with the governor. And the Lucky Ayedatiwa or something like that. Ayedatiwa is also wants somebody else to be in the Senate and all that. So these are the challenges that the APC they are having, especially their senators with their governors. That is why they are now moving it by 1 week so that they can
sort it out
within themselves. They have probably consensus candidate. But it's just our concern now is that is this democracy? Definitely no. Because according to the letter of the law, the spirit of the law now, we say that you go through the primaries, the delegates will vote for you, they make their choice, then from there you come out to the open, then the general public will select you if you are the best candidate for them.
There is a mistake. If there is an opposition, then they will now do open ballot
system. I know that. So, but what we are having now is that just one man will sit down somewhere and say, see the person that is going, see the person that is going. That is no more democratic.
It's no longer democracy.
Democracy. You know, the process is just like we are not practicing democracy without election. As far as I am concerned, maybe we should not begin to propound a new theory now, another theory of democracy without election, where a godfather will sit down, then how you can now curry the favor of your godfather for him to notice you and appoint you or select you to get to that particular position that is also happening. We are also seeing that problem in Lagos. We are seeing it in Delta. We are seeing virtually all the states. You know, yesterday, I think it was yesterday that the Mr. President met with some governors, Zamfara, all of them. And mind you, Zamfara governor just joined the APC.
Yeah, APC.
And also, these problems are also happening majorly in states that the governors moved their political structures from other parties to join the APC. You know, I will take some states, for example, in the south and in the north. When they were saying, they say all the legislators, all the structure, from federal to the local council, all of them, they are moving to APC.
Yes,
so
like Enugu State, the governor came in from PDP.
And he's also having problem now.
Yes, and those ones who had been there earlier
have seen
that that they've been edged out. It's not going to be easy for them, you know.
Look at Senator Mwagege now, coming back to the Senate. He has declared the interest to contest for that, meaning that they're filming because he's from the same zone, constituency with him, meaning that either that one, and I've also read where he has also declared, so there will be battle between, so meaning that Mwagege is no more going for the governorship. Maybe there have been an agreement. Then in the other side, in Delta North, Senator Ned Nwoko wants to contest. Ifeanyi Okowa wants to contest. And Ifeanyi Okowa has the structure of APC currently.
Yes, because he is one that led the others
to APC.
So there's no way you will now ignore him and look at
and
Ned
now
Nwoko.
The governor now says that the governor should decide. Who put the governor?
It's him that put the governor in the first place.
So who is he going to favor? Is it Ned Nwoko or Senator Okowa?
He has to be Okowa, of course.
So is that democracy?
I wonder, really.
So that is not democracy.
Oh my God, this is funny. But my dear, this is where we're going to end this. Sorry, we can't continue because our time is already up. But what we're saying is that this later part is a very funny part.
It's funny, but
then it's a very serious thing.
Yes.
Because, I mean, men can kill because of this, you know.
Yes, sure.
So many can go through a lot because of what is happening. But this is Nigeria for you, and that's the polity. We'll still continue to talk about these things and discuss this as we look at the polity on a daily basis, at least on the work. We wish you the very best and pray that you keep being part of it. Please join us and be part of it on a concert note. I want to thank my colleague and guest on the program today, talking about Eke Chukwunalo. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
It's been a very, very robust discussion that you brought up here.
Thank you so much.
Yes. Well, thank you, Divine Dabrila. Thank you so much for doing a great work. I wouldn't forget to say thanks to Victor Adeyeye. I also want to remember that someone else also assisted us while we were doing this. And I wouldn't forget to say thanks to her, the editor, the news editor today. What's her name again? No, the editor of the news editor.
Okay, got it.
The lady that is in charge of the news for today, I've forgotten the name. Okay. Please bear with me.
Harriet.
Harriet, yes, please. Harriet, please. Thank you for helping us also. And thanks to every other person. Victor Chizea, thank you. And Felix that is there working hard to make sure that everything is in order. Akinjangwala, thank you. You are with Shehu doing a good work. We thank you. And thanks to Ruben Okala, my supervising producer. In fact, this time he's my producer. In the economy today, he's my supervising producer. I want to thank all of you and say thanks to the man that got us on with these things. Is it Samuel now? It's Sam Omaji. Sam. And I know that I've also had Ephraim around. So Ephraim, I also want to thank you as part of what is happening. Ephraim Umuna. This is Sokoto-Badagry Super Highway. And what have I got to say? May the best happen to us all the time.